What's up, guys? Live here with Pro Play Games, and we got Eddie, we got Alejandro, and we got Marcel. They were all piloting the same deck. This is a deck that Eddie had worked on a few nights before the event, and he chose to switch it up. Still playing Vegeta, but a really unique build, especially with the new expansion deck coming out. So, what did you decide to brew up, Eddie?
So, we started with Vegeta leader, obviously Eddie and Marcel, that's their thing. I just jumped on the bandwagon basically, and we started with probably the most consistent engine for blue, which is just Bulma with 4 targets. We decided for the blocker weeks because we're not ramping, we barely go past the 3 energy. So blocker weeks is one of those situational cards where at some point it might come through. Marcel had a match where this was like the MVP of that match. Then the other is just the 3 Bulma for the 4 future trunks. Yeah, the future trunks actually came out really clutch. In aggro matchups, obviously you don't summon him because his tapping out for 3 is bad. But versus the Goku matchup, this came through because it's an extra critical swing, and you could keep him at 5, and you can control a lot of like what's going on. The reason the Bulma ratio is at 15, and we didn't play 4 of her, was because when we would side in, we side out those 15 cards.
7 to 8.
Yeah, it's 7 for the future engine and 8 for the Whis engine, and we side in the sideboard exactly 15.
Alright, so moving on to the next main part of the deck. Before I move on, I want to correct what Alejandro said. He didn't jump on the bandwagon. This guy was actually the king of Vegeta. That's why I hopped on the bandwagon in set 1. Before he was the ARG champion, he was the Vegeta king. So moving on, we got the 4 Majin Boos. That's some more deck thinning options right there. And then the heart and soul of the deck, you have the double strike Chompas. The double strike Chompas combined, what Alejandro was talking about with his trunks, it's really, like, it's good. Because unless you have a Jocko, you're going to have to come out of that because you don't want 2 cards to keep going consistently to the graveyard, especially since we're not critting anymore. We're just hitting you with battle cards. Next card we have is the Sun Gotens. We feel like together, Sun Gotens, when you combo it, if the leader is not awakened and you swing with this, unless the attack gets negated, there's no way to stop this attack, because now we're clearing our card from your board. In order to stop this, you would have to give 10k. So Sun Gotens, all 3 of us felt was pretty much necessary in the main board. Moving on, we have the 4 Jockos. We expected the mirror, not the mirror match, but the version that Marcel used in Richmond with the red-blue, and the Jockos really messes that up. So that's why we decided to go ahead and put the 4 Jockos in. Next thing, we have the winner 10k Piccolos. We're going to use them now and enjoy them before the new set 3 comes out. Now we're moving on to pretty much our 8 untaps. These are really crucial because against Marcel's version, the red-blue, you really want to have this in your thing, because once you have the Sensu Beams, the reason behind picking this deck is because no matter what you do, especially if you go second, you will always have a bigger hand size than your opponent. That was the whole philosophy of this blue deck itself, because starting second, not only do we draw extra card, but everything searches itself. Everything replaces itself. So now that we have the Sensu Beam, if you still decide to go on using red-blue, you're going to burn through your cards, and we're just going to laugh because we have more cards than you naturally anyway, and we'll automatically win. Moving on, we have the punishment cards. Going on to the Sensu Beam, if you really, I guess, ballsy enough to attack after we Sensu Beam you, we'll just come back and punish you with Gohan, because this Gohan tool will pretty much finish whoever we have left, and then we're going to end up the lineup, the last 3 cards, which was... People are going to hate this option, but has to be the Mass Saiyans, because the Trunks, you don't really need to search your deck anymore. Whereas with this Mass Saiyan, it's essentially what it does is it clears the boards of little guys while providing a double strike guy, so you don't need Champa.
For only 1
just one.
Just for exactly what they said, like just for 1 mana. Exactly.
More double strike Champas in your deck.
And it's insane because the amount of 1-drops you go through, it makes you now, if you get killed or anything, you really care, because you say, okay, cool, you just load up my graveyard, I'm just going to do this and drop it on you and swing with double strike, and they don't see it coming. So we're going to move on to the side deck from Marcel.
So the main engine in this deck was blue, just Bulma's searching for targets. In this deck, we change over to the red engine completely, with Kabas and the whole Champa lineup for searchers. This makes us have 15 Champas, all red energy, just enough to get about 2 red energy and 2 blue for the whole game. You resolve as many searchers as possible and finish them off with Kabas and Mass Saiyans. This is for mainly the cell matchups.
Yeah, we have to win faster, because
you gotta win way faster.
At least cell loop, you got no chance.
Like, this deck's only weakness, the reason why we love it, besides the Cell Loop, because you're going to see on stream, obviously, this is the 7-drop Gohan, which is our champion's favorite card. But besides cards like that, gimmicky cards like that, you really auto-lose to Cell in the main board, because we naturally have so many cards in our hand that Cell punishes you for doing that. So if it's not the Cell Loop, we naturally just have the advantage in the matchup itself. But moving on to shoutouts we want to give, obviously shout out to George Machado for lending us these cards, the best sponsors ever. Shout outs to both these champions. I got him to actually play the deck. This guy right here, I'm proud he got back on the Vegeta hype. And then shout out to all the fans and subscribers that came up to us. I know Marcel got hooked up with a lot of goodies from his, I mean, look at this. I mean, you guys are the best, man. You guys make us, like, this on top of our game. Shout outs. I had a fan, oh my God, I forgot your name. This guy got me a deck box in the middle of the round because I commented on how nice his deck box was. You guys are really what make this game just flow, man. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So just thank you guys so much, man.
Yep. Thank you guys again. Fantastic performance by all of you. Alejandro just barely missing top cut. So did you, Eddie. And then Marcel finishing in top 16 after a fantastic run with Vegeta. Really showing your masterful skill with the deck. And first conversion deck that I've seen top, you know, whole switch up, you know, from mono blue to, you know, red blue, showing that you do have a lot of flexibility with this game, and that 15 card sideboard can be used to completely change the angle of your attack and show success. So thank you guys again for the deck profile. Congrats on another accomplishment, and we'll see you in Charlotte. Peace.
Yeah.